Hello, Oakland students, and welcome to A-Level Chemistry. This is Miss Khanam. So first of all, thank you for choosing to consider A-Level Chemistry as an option for you. A-Level Chemistry is known as the central science, or chemistry itself is known as the central science. It brings together all aspects of physical sciences. It contributes to our everyday life in many ways, including the food that you eat, the air that you breathe, the cleaning agents, the chemicals in them. Chemists use their knowledge to develop foods, medicines, and materials all around us. Chemistry touches our lives in many different ways. For example, you may be using hand sanitizers and looking at the news and thinking about the drug development of the vaccines. All of that is done by chemists. So studying A-level chemistry will put you at the forefront of some of these ideas. Chemistry is split up into physical and inorganic chemistry, as well as organic chemistry. So I'm going to think about why I studied chemistry as an A-level subject. And when I thought about this, it brought me to medicines. I was really interested in the medicines that my parents were taking. I used to read the ingredients and research them and think about how those chemicals were interacting with the cells of their bodies and the diseases that they had. So I try to involve chemistry in lots of different ways in my everyday life. Whenever I do chemistry in the kitchen, when I'm cooking, I imagine the chemicals, the reactions that are taking place. Even during lockdown, I've tried to do as many experiments as possible with my children at home, such as um, the bleaching Coke. So when you add bleach to Coke and you time the rate at which the bleach works, and we investigated the concentrations. We also made some crystals using a crystal growing experiment. So those are some of the things that really inspired me, is the fact that I wanted to find out more about how things worked, and I was good at the subject and I enjoyed it, and I really wanted to do complex experiments that we didn't do at GCSE, and I knew that those were going to be available to me at A level. So some of the things that might interest you, or I would like to speak about, is why you should study A-level chemistry. I'm sure you already find it a fascinating subject. So some questions that you may have answered for you while studying A-level chemistry. You might be thinking why ice floats on water, why sunscreen protects our skin, why cutting onions makes you cry. You will learn about the science behind all of these things in our A-level course. You'll be able to challenge yourself in a range of different topics, including bonding, kinetics, alkenes, and many more. So it's a fascinating subject. It builds your curiosity. You can obviously build a career out of chemistry, and I will talk about that a bit later on. It helps you make informed decisions. It helps you challenge those decisions that other people make. It helps you reason and argue and work things out in a logical, step-by-step way. So what skills will you develop if you study A-level chemistry? Obviously, investigative skills. So you will develop your laboratory skills as in the lab by carrying out experiments using a hands-on approach. You will also explore and develop your knowledge in a wide range of chemistry subjects and gain practical understanding of the scientific methods. You will develop analytical skills, and these involve being able to interpret an infrared spectroscopy or an NMR and mass spectroscopy. So all of these will help you develop your skills further. So what could you do next from studying A-level chemistry? And I'm sure many of you have already thought about medicine, dentistry, biochemistry, but there are many more subjects that would be of interest if you studied A-level chemistry. With A-level chemistry, you can study engineering, analytical chemistry, clinical biology, pharmacology, research, and many more. It is a very highly respected subject. It's considered by the Russell Group universities as a facilitating subject, which means that they consider it to a high level. What I would like you to do now is look at and research some of the scientists, what they discovered, how it helps us in our everyday lives. I will put this slide on as a worksheet so you can do that later. Now let's think about the course overview. So the course is split up into 6 modules, and at the end of it, you'll have 3 exams. It is a linear course. So if we look at the 6 modules, now module 1 goes over the first year and the second year. It's your practical skills that you develop by doing the experiments. Module 2, 3 and 4, you will be learning in year 12, and module 5 and 6, as well as the experimental skills from module 1, you'll be doing in year 2. So that's in year 13. If we look at the exam, you'll have 3 exams. The first 2 papers are 100 marks, and the second paper, which is the synoptic paper, a unified chemistry paper, that is worth 70 marks. So just to summarize that, 3 exams, a total of 270 marks, 6 hours of assessment time in total. And that's summarized there for you of what you're going to be doing in year 1 and year 2. So some of the expectations, which we'll go through a little bit more when you come to us in September, is 6 hours of independent study per week. We would expect you to redo the questions and the work that you've done in class. You will have mini mocks once a week or once a fortnight. Now, module 1, which is the practical endorsement, to pass, you have to demonstrate appropriate skills. There are a minimum of 12 practicals that are called PAGs or practical activity groups, and those you will be carrying them out in labs in school, and you'll have to have that signed off by the teacher. So you may have 2 teachers teaching you, most likely, and this is the way that the course will be split up. So you'll have a physical chemistry teacher and an organic chemistry teacher. And again, the same in year 13. So at the moment at Oakland School, there's myself, Miss Khanum, there's Miss Prabhakar and Mr. Pearson. Thank you very much for listening.